Hey, Darcy here with a Boomer Bust update. Mind Sculpt Games, we're actually in the shipping center, which is the guest room in my house, and today is break-even day! So if you watch these, you might have seen that I invested $5,000 on an eBay auction of a bunch of Warmachine, which is a game to this day I have still not played. So there was a lot of product research, there was a lot of learning how to list it. All of these have individual names, individual pips, and I had tons of product. Now I've sold through about 180 different eBay auctions. It's been a little over a month maybe. It's been tons of work. So when I bought the $5,000 eBay auction, it was a store clearing out all of this for floor space renovation. And I bought it not because I wanted to put it in my floor space in my retail store, but because I saw the opportunity to break it into individual auctions and make a lot of money. So I'm hoping it's 2 or 3 extra paychecks by the end, and that my $5,000 can at least double. And we're at the point where we've broken even, and I still got all this. Now it looks interesting. We got boxes, we got colossals, we got blister packs. I have loose stuff, so this is a Vanquisher. I got loose Warhammer I got in a trade, so this is a Stegodon. Yes, I had to do product research on that kind of stuff too. Look, I even got over here, anybody want an unlimited booster box? Got one, not sealed. I'm going to try to sell this stuff on eBay too. But, I better treat that nice. I'll do that off camera. If you turn around over here, we have even more Warmachine. So that section was the Hordes, this section's the Warmachine. I got Signar, I got Khador, I got the Cricks, I got all those Colossals up top, and I am still trying to make my money. So, in our Mind Sculpt economics, this is a pretty good deal, numbers-wise. Now, I have worked my tail off this last month. And I haven't gone back to school yet, so I'm not working 40 hours a week, but it has come at the cost a little bit of the time I could spend with my kids, my stress level, you know, those intangible things that aren't always in the numbers. That's what's in eBay. So if I can make $5,000 on eBay, to be truthful, eBay's a little hard. You gotta find pictures, you gotta ship it out. Shipping these, come check out what's in these drawers. So this is our guest room, right? Well, you wanna put your clothes in here, you gotta fight these size 0 padded envelopes. Down here, this is what we ship off. Packages that have 2 or 3 orders go in one of these. Packages that have 1 little box can fit in this. I bought these in a large enough quantity to get these at 11 cents a piece. I got about 1,000 forever stamps in here. So my guest room really is my shipping center, which, well, I think my in-laws are staying in here on Sunday. The bed's actually clear. They can't store their clothes in here, but, you know, a bag works. So we got all this. I'm going to break even. Hopefully, eventually, I'm going to double up. Maybe I'll even triple up. Now, the way I broke even so quickly is I had all these listed at once on eBay with buy it nows. And that had created a culture where people were buying from me more than once. But to even entice that more, I did something that takes more man hours. I did the buy it now with the option to make an offer. So people would offer $2 under at my listed price for this, which that's about what it cost me to ship. I shipped this at $267, I think, in a 4-ounce padded envelope. Add in the envelope, $280 is what I shipped this in. Okay, so if they offer me a price that's $3 under my asking price, but then I can ship it with this and stick it in the same envelope, and I'm in at 6 ounces, 8 ounces, I take that offer every time. So my eBay auctions actually say make an offer on multiple items and see what happens, because if the shipping logistics make that offer advantageous, even if I'm not going to buck off, I'm giving them a reason to buy and giving myself some shipping logistics that help my profit line. So the downside is sometimes you got a $50 item and somebody throws you a $15 offer and you got to click to decline it, either ignore it or throw them a counter offer and maybe waste your time. So there are some extra man hours in this method, and man hours are kind of turning into a limited quantity, because when I go back to work, I do work 40 hours a week. I do have 2 kids that I cherish, and I will have to be physically at the store sometimes. So can I keep churning money through eBay auctions? Well, there's one that I lost lately. I was going to buy some D&D painted miniatures, and I was going to be in for $2,000, and I was going to get over 1,000 miniatures from some guy's collection that he had years ago. So there would be out of stock things that I couldn't buy again. I was going to buy them at about $2.10 a piece was my max price. And in the last hour or so of the auction, I lost it. And I could have won it. I probably could have won it at $2.20 a miniature, but then my risk level goes up. So, the decisions I have to make in Mind Sculpt economics going forward are really about patience and risk and reward. This was a good deal for me. In the middle of the school year, I don't know if this is such a good deal for me. This is a good summer deal for me. It'll make a couple extra paychecks. It's gonna fund maybe a couple months rent for Mind Sculpt Games. That D&D deal that I lost on eBay could have been good, but I would have had to look at more storage logistics. Let's swing the camera around again. Picture how much storage this is. This is my guest room in my house, and I got 2 6-foot tables set up over here. Tons of stuff on them. My guest room does not look like the most appealing thing in the world. It's still functional. But if I were to bring in 1,000 miniatures and try to sell them in Mind Sculpt, I'd have to think of the space. I'd have to think of visible space. People need to touch those and see those to buy them. How would I be able to do that? So I'm still going to get D&D painted miniatures. They're really cool. Storm King's Thunder, we have a little bit in stock. I got a Cloud Giant with a scimitar, and the painting on him is great. I want to invest in that product. But I'm going to do it a little slower, because patience matters, and man hours matter, and my energy and efforts of staying a happy person and making money, there's a balance there. I can't just go full board and where the numbers are right. I got to go full board where the life choices are right. So losing that eBay auction, I didn't really mind. Now, there was another deal that I really wanted. There was a store in another state. I talked to a lot of store owners, and they had another magic shop open near them and have really competitive tournaments and all that, and they'd lost a lot of players to that near competition. Honestly, if another store opened in Great Bend, I don't think we'd both survive. It would like kill us both off. But anyway, they had tons of magic stock. They had $20,000 worth of sealed magic product, including 2 from the Vault 20s, 12 from the Vault Angels. They had Eternal Masters, Modern Masters, whatever, and a bunch of Theros. I think they had 12 Eldritch Moons booster boxes, and they wanted to sell it all. So I shot them an offer. They said, I'm not that desperate yet. Shot me a counter offer. We talked a little more. I upped my offer, and she said, well, I can't do that for the whole lot, but here's what I can give you. So I was looking at $15,000 worth of sealed magic product and thinking, is this the best investment I can make? I had to consider the turn rate. I had to consider the risk involved. I had to consider the overall health of Magic. Magic's doing great in our shop. We have players show up all the time. It's very exciting. It's very new. We've been around 2 months. Magic has been around since 1993, and it has its highs and its lows, and if I'm buying that much product, I'm not selling it all in Great Bend. So again, I got to think about my time. Do I have enough room in my guest room to store $20,000, $15,000 worth of Magic product? Not if you ask my husband. But what I got to think about is not just the space and the time, but the risk and the reward. So my mantra right now going into the school year, it's August. I go back on the 10th for teacher training, helping them out with the Google Drive, and I go back the 17th for 40-hour-a-week work. Patience. Have I set enough groundwork over summer so that Mind Sculpt can sell items in the store and sustain itself? Do I have to pull eBay theatrics to run a profit in a month? And will I have the energy and effort and the good deals? Because a good deal is not every day. If I was just buying from a distributor, I wouldn't make high profit margins on everything. This is a huge, huge profit margin. Might be a once-in-a-lifetime deal. So, I can't get too hungry. I'll make bad buys. I can't get too impatient. I'll lose my margins on things that aren't great for me. So patience, doing it right, being able to put the man hours in to keep up. We have 100% positive eBay feedback right now. We have 100% positive TCG player feedback right now. Those numbers matter. In fact, those numbers are what drive our business the most. And to get that, I have to be willing to do this right. And that takes time. So time investment and patience. That's where Mind Sculpt Economics is right now. Boom or bust. Can we survive the school year? We'll see.